To BitcoinLive with another exciting episode. Today we got Matthew Dixon on the show from Evai. Welcome to the show, Matthew.
Thank you. Great to be with you. Looking forward to tonight and looking forward to answering any questions you've got. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's our pleasure. Could you start by telling us a little bit about this amazing project and what inspired you to create it?
Okay, well, we're pioneering the world's first decentralized, unbiased cryptocurrency rating system. So what inspired me was actually moving back to I've actually been a trader all my life. I've been through all sorts of market crashes, back from the earliest one, believe it or not, in the 70s, then there was the 87 crash and so on. So the last major crash was in 2008. And the reason for that crash, in our view, was the failure of the rating system, because it's a centralized system. And now we move on to the crypto world, and we see about 10,000 cryptos. It's over 10,000 now on CoinMarketCap. And there's no credible rating system, no real unbiased rating system out there. So I wanted to try to make a change from the way things were previously done with a centralized system. As I say, it was a failure of ratings whereby things were rated AAA, which certainly shouldn't have been, and that caused a misallocation of assets. So what we want to do is apply the learnings from back in 2008 to what we have today with the crypto world. And we've developed, as I say, or we're pioneering the world's first unbiased rating system, which doesn't use any human touch. There's no human hand. It's purely computer-driven, algorithmic, and we're using artificial intelligence and machine learning to continually upgrade and evolve the system. So it remains current, always will remain current. We'll always identify the best value in the market, and there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it out there. So that's really what inspired me to go about this. I did a master's degree at Brighton University. I spoke with Professor Andros there. He's an advisor to the Bank of England, a very well-respected academic, and he's done a lot of research in the field of liquidity, risk management, that kind of thing. So it really works very well with what we're trying to do with rating systems. So we've used a lot of his academic research, based a lot of what we're doing on that, and we've created a multi-factor, in fact it's infinite factor rating system, whereby we can rate cryptocurrencies on many different factors, and we can use artificial intelligence to identify which factors have an influence on price and risk and liquidity, etc. And then we use machine learning as well to deliver those and visualize those ratings for our investors. So that's basically what we're about.
Wow, that is very incredible, and I think it gives a lot of power back to the people. Yeah, and Fitch could learn a thing or two. Yeah.
Well, that's what we wanted to do, and it's basically empowering the people to make rational investment decisions. So rather than a decision based on bias, people want unbiased information. So rather than having a few people who may have access to privileged information, we're democratizing crypto. So we're enabling everybody now to have access to really powerful information to empower them to make the right investment decisions.
Yeah. And who else is on your team?
We've got a big team. We started with a handful of founders, about half a dozen founders, about 18 months ago. We've now got a team of over 50 people, and it's growing day by day. We've got an amazing team of researchers, and we've got an amazing dev team, mainly based in the UK, but we've actually got a few people around the world in those teams as well. Most of the management team are based in Dubai. So as I say, there's now more than 50 people, and we're always on the lookout for talent to grow our team and build on the very solid foundation we already have. So we've got, as I say, amazing researchers. We've also got joint ventures with Brighton University, and we've got a joint venture with Peking University, which is a world top 30 university. And we're looking to extend those partnerships as well to really bolster the research foundation that we have to be able to deliver the best for investors.
That's amazing. Yeah. And how does the rating system work exactly? And how difficult is it to rate and compare these 20 different crypto projects and soon to be more?
Yeah, well, as I say, we've got an amazing research team who are constantly looking for new ways, new factors. We can utilize artificial intelligence. So we have a professor of mathematics actually, who specializes in artificial intelligence. So we're able to utilize the latest in cutting edge technology. And then we're using all the research over many, many years of academic research to identify those factors which should be used initially. And we're trying to leverage that to provide the sort of information that people want, that traders want, and that people want. So this satisfies all levels of investors, from the people who just want a relatively straightforward rating from A down to D, and a U for unrateable, where there's effectively not enough data to rate a coin, currency, token, whatever you want to talk about, through to really in-depth systems where people can use our ratings technology and look at the individual factors. I mean, if you look at, for example, risk, we use 7 different factors to rate risk, and you can draw down those individual factors. And whether you're a high-risk trader, a low-risk trader, whether you want security, whatever it might be, you can actually use our ratings in a bespoke way to build the system that you want, build it around you. So as I say, it meets the needs of investors of every sort, from day-to-day traders who may not have a great deal of experience, and they can use our more simplified rating system, to those who want more detailed, in-depth information to make to build their own platform around themselves.
Yeah, we tried it and it's very intuitive. And we also made a short video though. So we advise people also to check out the video where we give an example also. But when will you integrate the next crypto projects for your dashboard, and which ones are those?
Well, we already have 107 cryptos on there. We built the system. We actually spent a lot of time building a system which is going to be fully scalable. And that's exactly what we've done now. So we're adding about 300 cryptos a month at the moment. We're going to be adding them at an even faster rate as we build our capability. And we would like to hear back from communities, your community. We'd like to hear about what cryptos, what DeFi, what NFTs would you want us to rate. So we'll be rating them, as I say, at a very rapid rate. But we'd like to hear back from communities and see it, and from your community, and see, is there anything in particular that you would like us to rate? And we're doing different levels of access. So basically a token access. So there'll be the initial 20 tokens, which was launched on our minimum viable product, the MVP, which just gives people a flavor of what we can do. But then, depending on the number of tokens you hold, you can access different levels, and those access levels will be bolstered as we move forward, and actually the level of offering within those ratings levels will be bolstered as well, to provide value for anybody who wants wants more detailed information.
Yeah, we'll hold some Evai tokens to have access to as many coins as possible.
Yeah, the great thing is it's not a charge, so there's actually no cost. These ratings are free for everybody. Just a token holding. So in the same way as, I know there are a number of other tokens out there that offer this kind of token access to their ratings or whatever it might be, to their product. So it doesn't cost anything. Anybody can access. And if you want at a later date, you can cash out, and hopefully with a good profit, because we believe Evai has a great future itself as a token in its own right.
So that's a double win, because everybody wants a token that you can hold, which appreciates, but you can also put it to good use because it gives you access to an amazing dashboard.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously got access to the ratings, and the ratings is the engine under the bonnet. So the ratings powers so many use cases as well. So by buying Evai, you can actually use your Evai, stake into these use cases. You can access all the various levels of the Evai ratings themselves. And then we're going to launch, as we go forward, lots of different use cases which benefit and really rely on the ratings themselves. So there are so many benefits that investors, participants with Evai can benefit from.
Yeah, like we said before, but the dashboard is really user-friendly. Can you explain to our viewers what makes the dashboard such a unique and powerful tool?
Well, we've got a lot of traders within the business, but we also talk to people within the communities and traders out there. And we've, the people, even our dev team, they work very closely with people who use these kind of products. And, before I started with crypto, I was actually a trader, as I said. So I personally got a fair idea of what people are looking for. And then we've got other people who are well versed in what people like to see in terms of making it, as you say, very user friendly. So investors can, especially looking at your videos and some of the user videos we've got, they can see very easily how to gain benefit from it. And we've had people, who've reviewed it, and they've actually come out, identified just by doing reviews of the project, identified areas and things that the ratings are brought out. And we've actually seen in days that follow that these things have actually come out in the wider market as fundamental news. So these ratings really are quite not only interesting, they're also predictive. So they really can empower people to make better investment decisions. So not only identify value long term, but actually identify a good investment shorter term as well. So this is something that came out. We didn't really even expect this when we set out with the project. We thought it was just going to be identifying long-term value. But we've found that it's actually, it's just amazing that it comes out with information that only comes out to the wider world days later. I mean, even the recent market sell-off, there were indications that risk was sort of flashing red on our rating system and showing people that there's elevated risk in the market. So people who are watching and following our rating system were actually able to take advantage, possibly protect, and even with our own trading, our own personal trading, we actually take full advantage of it, and we actually were out to the market before the market fell this time. So it really does provide value and benefits to people who get involved and get into it.
Well, this was like an ultimate test case, I guess you could say, the recent market movement.
Absolutely. We're going to be coming out with more of this and more of how to use the ratings to your advantage. So we'll be coming out with more and more of that information. And we're going to try to come out with a little bit more information in advance. So sort of our interpretation of what the ratings are telling you, and then just sort of educate people on how to get the most out of it. As you say, it is quite intuitive. You can get a lot out of it anyway, but I think it's always good to see people. The more you use it, the more you actually get used to identifying the advantages to you. Like with any trading system, the more you work with it, you really see the advantages that you can gain.
And are you going to add more features to it?
Yeah, I mean, our researchers themselves are really excited. They're constantly on the lookout for other factors that we can involve, other ways to measure indicators within the factors. So it's a constantly evolving system. It's actually, we're never going to be complete. And that's what's so good. We know people are going to copy it. They're going to try to copy it. But with our amazing research team, we're going to stay ahead of the field. And it will be constantly evolving, constantly improving. So anybody who's on board now and can see value, they're going to see much more value as we go forward.
Yeah, speaking of that, could you tell us about the tokenomics and utility behind your Evai token?
Yeah, I mean, the utility, looking at the tokenomics, we're what they call I think they call it a low cap gem. The cap at the moment, I think we're looking at somewhere around 9 million, which is a very low market cap for what we are, the size of the team, the expertise and the foundation we have within the team and what we're offering. And the fact it's already an operational system, whereas a lot of tokens that come out, don't even have an MVP. So I think we're at quite an advanced stage, and yet we still have a relatively low market cap. So it means there's a lot of opportunity for people out there. So there's about 9 million tokens out there. So the actual market cap is actually much lower, probably around 4 or 5 million. So there is real opportunity for people out there. In terms of we're currently priced at 45 cents, around 45 cents. We've been very, very stable. It's been really interesting to see the way we reacted with the downturn. I think one of the most important things is that our founders are vested over a 10-year period, and that's virtually unknown within the crypto world. We're totally committed as a team to the long-term long-term development of this project. We wanted to totally avoid the pump and dump scenarios that you see out there. So basically everybody's involved with this project long-term. We're seeing nobody really sell out short-term, taking short-term profits. So with the recent market downturn, we saw Bitcoin halve in value. We fell by a fraction of that. Same with the whole wider market fell by quite a big margin. And we were very, very resilient. And we think that as the market rises, we're actually going to rise much faster as well. So I think in terms of the tokenomics and the value for money, what it offers to people, I think we're a very exciting project. So we're not pump and dump. We didn't, nobody made, the problem with pump and dump is a few people make money, nearly everybody loses money. So we wanted to be we're not a stable coin, obviously, but we wanted to be more stable and offering true value for money and be something different rather than the conventional situation where prices dump, especially in this recent market sell-off. It could take people a very long time to get the money back. But with the way that our token has performed, nearly everybody's in profit, and I think we'll see everybody in profit and very happy with the situation in coming weeks, months, and years ahead.
Yeah, and people lose trust in the market with a lot of pump and dumps. People take time to recover if they got burned. And it's already available on Uniswap, but can you disclose something about, I heard, Pancake Swap? That you're coming on?
Yeah, we went out on Uniswap, and as I say, we've been very stable there. We're going out on Pancake Swap on Pancake Tuesday. That's this Tuesday coming. So we think we're going to get some really good support there as well, especially with gas fees being negligible on Pancake Swap. I think, and obviously we suffered a little bit with the sky-high gas fees on the Ethereum, with Uniswap. So I think Pancake Swap will be much more popular. We know there's a lot of people waiting in the sidelines, waiting to jump in and buy Evai as soon as we get out on Pancake. Not only that, we're talking advanced talks with a lot of the big centralized exchanges, and that's coming in the near future. We don't want to give too much away at this stage, but I can assure you we are in advanced talks, and we should be out on some of the big exchanges, and this will just grow our community exponentially and provide, again, greater opportunity for anybody who's involved.
Awesome. Yeah, that would have been our next question. So we'll skip that one and we'll move to the next one. Are you planning to integrate NFTs in some way?
Yeah, we already have NFT marketplace tokens that we're rating. And yeah, we're looking at NFT, DeFi, and crypto. It just depends on what the community wants. We'll supply, and we'll do the rating. So as I say, we've structured it in a fully scalable fashion, so that anything that anybody wants, as long as there's data there, then we'll rate them. So certainly we will be looking at the NFT marketplace.
And what aspect of Evai excites you the most, personally?
I love everything about Evai. What I like about it, I suppose, really, is that it offers value for money for everybody. So there are no losers in there. With trading tokens, there's a winner and there's a loser. With so many of the businesses out there, there are winners and the losers, and that's why we avoided the pump and dump. We don't want to see any losers with Evai, so we're just offering value to all the investors out there. That's what really excites me about it, and I do think we provide value because we are just empowering everybody. We are democratizing crypto for everybody. I genuinely can't see any losers with what we're doing, and that can't be said about many of the other cryptos out there. So, we're a very ethical team. We haven't wanted to profit at the expense of anybody. That's why we're vested over 10 years. So I just think it's a fair project that offers value for everybody, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, and usually that's a good sign. I mean, projects that build and that are stable, they are usually the best investments. Yeah. It's our experience, personal experience.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite interesting. We had to revise our tokenomics because we wanted to bring ourselves in line with the very best projects out there. And in fact, it was only the founders that took the hit. We revised the project to the advantage of investors out there, to the advantage of the community. And it was we as founders that took the hit. And we actually downgraded our token holders just to ensure that the whole community got the very best benefit out of this. And again, we as founders did the 10-year vesting, and other people have vested over much shorter periods of time. So we're in it for the long run. We're in it for the benefit of the community, and this benefits the whole ecosystem. It's not just investors. This actually provides information which will benefit the ecosystem and identifying issues within tokens. So that's actually one of our use cases to help the wider community, the ecosystem, to help tokens that are out there improve. So again, it just comes back. That's why I'm excited. The whole team is really excited, and we're fully behind all the decisions we make because we know it's for the best for the community.
Yes, it's a very powerful tool, and we recommend people to definitely check it out
and use it.
Yeah,
just play with it, and experience it, and then you can learn on while you're doing it.
Yeah, it's very accessible.
Yeah,
and once you get started, you can't stop. So. We always have some standard questions also on BitcoinLive because we're in crypto and NFTs, and we have the question: where do you see the NFT market in the next 2 to 5 years?
Yeah, obviously it's very nascent at the moment, but yeah, we see the NFT market exploding further. I think one of the things that really excites me about it is that fractional ownership, the possibilities there that allow so many people, again, the wide community, access to whether it be a bespoke art project, whether it be housing, fractional ownership within property. The sky's the limit within the NFT world. So we're very excited about that, and very excited to be involved in rating NFTs as well, so we can hopefully help identify the real value for people.
Yeah, we see that ourselves. Another BitcoinLive question: where do you see Bitcoin and crypto go in the next 2 to 5 years?
And maybe the next few months.
Yeah, long term, again, I've used this phrase, but I think the sky's the limit because blockchain is the future. Blockchain is making all sort of industry and business so much more efficient. It's just opened up a new world. I don't like to talk specifically about Bitcoin, but obviously Bitcoin is the big market cap at the moment. Looking from a chart perspective, I think we're still going to have a bumpy ride moving forward, and we're going to see a bumpy ride in the wider financial world. So we are going to see, effective inflation and so on in the wider financial world. But within crypto, obviously crypto has limited supply. Most of crypto has limited supply. Evai has not only limited supply, but we have a buy and burn policy as well. So our full token, number of tokens in supply will be diminishing over time. So we've got a similar policy to Binance, for example, where we'll be continually burning tokens from our profits. So that makes it, that is the most efficient way to transfer profits to investors, far more efficient than the conventional dividend way of doing it. So I think Bitcoin will have a bumpy ride, but I certainly see it reaching new all-time highs. So again, we'll watch the ratings to see which direction it goes shorter term. But all-time highs for everything. But we will see, big corrections along the way because it's still a sort of emerging market. And with emerging markets, you see greater volatility. It's not a problem, it's just a characteristic. And we just have to be able to maximize our benefits. And that's really, again, what you get from ratings and from the value that we offer is hopefully to identify the ups and downs in the market. And it actually just provides greater opportunity. So because it's an emerging asset class, there are so many opportunities, even arbitrage opportunities, because it's emerging. So there's just more opportunity, but the sky's the limit. And I think blockchain is the future.
That's an asymmetric bet, and it's very asymmetric.
Why are all the world's central banks, spending so much time, effort, and money on developing their own centralized digital currencies? These won't replace the current decentralized currencies, but it just shows that they know where the future lies.
Yeah, definitely. And I also had a question maybe a little bit earlier, but you mentioned unrateable projects. Why are they unrateable? Because there's too little information on them, or?
Yeah, it's just if data isn't available. So some of those, there's 10,000 projects out there. Some of them, no trading data available. No, there just isn't data available. So obviously, if we're not rating things using human hand. So it's not as though there's a panel of people reviewing, where there's bias reviewing tokens. We have to have data to be able to rate them. We're using computer systems, algorithms, artificial intelligence, and you've got to have data available. So both on-chain and off-chain metrics to be able to rate those systems. So the thing is, as long as there's data, it's rateable. If it were done by human hand, it's not possible to rate all these tokens, because the good thing about what we're doing is it's rated live. So basically, you're not having to convene a panel of rating analysts. The computers are continually rating, continually upgrading and updating those ratings. So that's providing real value to people.
I think a panel like that would be overworked,
especially in this market.
That wouldn't work. So maybe because if it's unrateable, it basically means it's pretty new. So how many new coins are being added?
Basically, even new tokens can be rated as long as there's. Some tokens come out there and they're basically dead tokens. And they're unrateable because they're dead tokens, perhaps. But even new tokens have trading activity, and there's data available to rate them. But obviously, if it's a dead token, then they might as well be rated U, because nobody would want to necessarily be, unless it's they're just gambling on a token coming to life for some reason. But if it's a dead token, I think it's actually appropriate to be rated as U. And then as soon as data becomes available, we'll provide that rating information to help guide people on where to invest.
Yeah. And one final question: is there some specific news about Evai at this moment you want to share with our audience? What they can look out for?
Or maybe something we didn't ask.
Well, look out for Pancake Swap on Tuesday. That's great news. Just look at continually. It does really excite me, the fact that what we're offering is unbiased. There's nothing out there in the market that compares at the moment, so we actually don't have any competition right now, and I think we'll stay ahead of the field. So, I do encourage people to log on to the website evai.io, sign up to the ratings, look into it, and watch us evolve and continue to improve, because it's going to help you. It's free of charge. So yeah, that's what excites me, and I think that's the main news for everybody out there. It's going to provide benefits to everybody involved in crypto world.
Yeah, and we totally agree. We advise people to check it out and use it and play with it, so you can learn how easy it is, and also see how many beneficial parts are there already. And we always drop all the links beneath.
Yeah, the thing about Evai is actually we touch all of the tokens out there. So the use case really is universal. So like Binance lists so many tokens, well, we actually will be rating every token that's out there, every rateable token out there. So the use case is truly universal. So I think the future for Evai is very, very positive.
And it's bad news for ICOs, I guess, because then they have to work harder by providing real value with their coins.
That's a great thing, because we're looking to improve the ecosystem, so people can actually use ratings. Even those tokens and ICOs, etc., that are out there can actually utilize the ratings to identify shortfalls in their business model. So again, it actually improves the whole ecosystem for everybody out there, and it has a kind of governance, provides standards that people can abide by. They can look at us as a kind of standard, look at the ratings as a standard, that they need to achieve better ratings to be more acceptable by the community. So it does truly offer value for everybody.
Yes. Well, Matthew, we really want to thank you for being on BitcoinLive, talking about this awesome project. We really enjoyed it. Learned a lot. We would love to have you again in a few weeks to talk more about your amazing project. And we'll keep promoting Evai. Yeah.
Thank you. It's been a real pleasure, and hopefully next time round we'll get maybe one of our researchers on, and you can ask some really in-depth research questions about the AI and different aspects of the ratings. That would be really interesting. So thank you very much, and we look forward to that in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining, Matthew, and have a great day.
Take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
So people, that was Evai, Matthew on the show talking about this amazing project.
We use it,
Yeah.
we love it, and we recommend you to do the same. It's very intuitive, very easy to use, very easy to get started.
You can build your own custom
Trading
platform,
basically.
and where you can use all the features that you like to also sort of predict the market. I think there is no other project around that does this. And
yeah, like Matthew said, there's no competition around, so that's also good to hear. So this is like this is not financial advice, of course, but we do hold some Evai,
and we won't sell.
and we won't sell. So do with it what you want. We also are giving away $25 worth of Evai.
What you have to do.
Yeah, what you have to do. You have to tell us, what is your takeaway from this interview? What did you like? What stuck with you? Go on Twitter, tweet about it, tag us, tag Evai. Also put the tag, the Twitter tag. That's, I think, a good idea.
Twitter handle.
The Twitter handle.
@Evai.
Yeah. That's this one.
Yeah, Nick will put it in the chat, so you can go there right away.
So use the tag, and then use our tags, our handles, and then we can find you. And then the best tweet wins $25 worth of Evai.
Yeah, don't sell them, hodl them.
Yeah,
that is a little bit of advice.
And also check out the website, because then you can get started right away.
Yeah,
that's this
in
link
right now.
And for next week we also have some really cool guests. We got Immersive on Tuesday. We got on Tuesday, sorry, and on Thursday we got Max from Nimic.
Yeah,
and also Yuna and Gravity Kings.
So be there on BitcoinLive, and we'll of course tell you more on Twitter when the shows air. Always on Tuesday evenings.
Ooh,
and wow,
okay, wow.
So we just got a message that Matt Dixon sent us at $250 worth of Evai. So we'll also tweet about it.
Yeah,
MVP is free, so don't forget to go there. You don't have to do anything. You can just use it, and if you hodl some tokens, then you can use even more of Evai. So this is a very generous offer. People, I would really advise you to just go on Twitter and just get
I'm
Evai,
just double checking.
Evai on your list, on your watch list. Okay.
So this is like a really amazing price.
Very, very big price, very generous of Evai.
Yeah.
I would really advise you to go for it.
Yeah, okay, it's true.
Yeah.
You can win $250 worth of Evai. Maybe I want to participate myself.
No, we're excluded.
No, we're excluded. Yeah. So tag Evai, tag us, and we'll pick, or maybe Matthew will pick a winner out of the tweets.
So on that note, we really want to thank you for joining us for this amazing show on YouTube, and of course on Twitch and on Periscope, Twitter. And we'll always upload this as a video. You can watch the replay if you didn't see it, and we'll tweet it the next day. So you can see it if you have missed us live.
Yes, so we always say two things: watch, learn, and earn, and makes you wonder.